All right.
Cute face.
Yes. All right. What are we drinking today?
This is your fancy margarita mix, honey.
Mango margaritas. All right. To episode 2. Woo-hoo. Oh, God. There she goes.
Oh.
Bye, Puggy. All right. We're going to start this episode of
That's delicious.
Classy, Sassy, and Shade with our little prom book. All right. So here we go. Oh, no. Your kite flew away. Write what happens from the kite's perspective.
Oh, my God. From its perspective, like, is it looking back at me?
It's like in the air. What's it thinking? What's it doing?
I feel like the kite is like laughing at me.
Okay.
Like, I feel like he's looking down on me and he's like, look at this chick. Like, she can't even be up to my level. Like, she's stuck on the ground. How boring.
I feel like my kite would be like, have you ever seen the Dog and Cat diaries?
No.
Where it's like a cat's diary is like day 962 of my captivity. That would be my kite's mentality. It would be like day 962 of my captivity. I was able to free myself. I'm now floating.
Finally am out of this.
Bitches! You sucker!
Why are our kites so mean? Like, why are they so mad at us?
We wrap them up and throw them in the closet. They're super abused.
Well, where did we buy them? Because what if they had a really good life?
Oh, yeah. I bought mine from Walmart.
Because if mine's
not had a good life.
I was gonna say mine's from the Dollar Tree, and they're both pissed.
a little haggard.
Yeah.
That's why
they had the Dollar Tree doesn't even play music in the store. Have you noticed that?
No,
it's dead quiet.
Do you know it's like no longer the Dollar Tree? I'm a little offended.
It's like the $1.50 tree.
Yeah.
To $5 tree.
It's a 1.5 tree.
No, that was horrific.
They should just start calling it 1.5 grams.
They should. Honestly, because that's what it is.
Yes, 100%. All right. So both of our kites hate us.
They're pissed off.
And they're free.
Yeah.
And that's
I wonder if they go, is yours a boy or a girl?
Mine's a girl kite for sure. She's got lots of sass.
Okay, mine's a girl too. But I wonder if because they only have, like, I wonder if they meet in the sky, do they start bumping uglies?
Do they start making kite babies?
Do they form a kite family?
Society.
It's like a commune.
Yes. Yeah. When do they like stop floating? Like, is there
do they
kite
have
death?
to get caught on something?
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's like really tragic.
Yeah.
Like
a branch stabs through them or something.
Oh my God. How does your kite die?
I think mine falls somewhere. Like, I think it gets like, it goes above the ocean, then it starts to rain. The rain pushes it down into the ocean, and then it swims with the fish.
I mean, that's kind of dope though. Like, if it is coherent the whole time, then it was like in the sky and then got to experience the ocean.
Right.
Like the Mariana Trench.
Yeah.
Mine gets shot with an arrow.
Oh my God. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Tragic.
That's so tragic.
Yeah.
Is there a kite afterlife?
No. No.
That's just the end of it.
The end.
They just that's just it.
Not for her. She was a rude bitch.
Oh.
So she's
and she's just the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they don't get reincarnated.
Reincarnated. No. Okay. All right.
Not the reincarnation.
Reincarnation.
My God. That was brilliant. Write that down.
Yeah. Not reincarnated. Kite-nated. Okay, so I actually always carry erasable pens, so that way if anybody ever reads this, I don't look like super illiterate because I don't write like the way you're supposed to spell when I'm jotting down thoughts. Mm-hmm. It's like all misspelt and ugly, but this I can't erase, so whoever sees this,
lucky them.
Yeah.
Honestly, you should like rub something on it and sell it because
what is the something that you would like me to rub on it? Please let me know. Please. In the comments.
Nothing too crazy. Don't say anything so wildly inappropriate, but maybe like let her spit on it or something.
Lick it?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of licking things, my rude pug, she's around here somewhere. Puggy.
Puggy.
Mama. she jumped in Lana's lap while she was doing her makeup this morning, and Lana had made Pop-Tarts, and she licked her Pop-Tart and then ran off.
She did what she needed to do. I kind of get it. I think I probably
it's like
would
just
too.
the best part.
Just the like frosting.
Yeah. And then I could just hear her yelling, "How rude!" from the bedroom. And I'm all, "Who are you talking to?" She goes, "Puggy Mama." Yeah, she just jumped in my lap and licked my Pop-Tart and then ran away.
Well, coming from somebody that grew up in like a garden household, like I would have totally snuck like a lick of
you
one
would have
of
been
my
like
friend's
under the
Pop-Tarts.
table with her,
100%.
Yeah, on all fours.
Yeah,
doing what you had to do,
doing what I needed to do
to
because
get the Pop-Tart.
I was so sick of kale at one point. I'm like, give me a freaking Pop-Tart.
You should have pretended like you were allergic to green things.
Well, I think I might be now that I absolutely passed away from a salad.
Oh, yeah.
So that is what I will never eat a salad again. I swear to you, that was the last salad I will ever eat.
Yeah, and then you were just like married to the bathroom.
Married. Literally like
committed.
We barely divorced like yesterday.
We're in the separation phase.
Yeah, I'm really like trying to get over it still, but I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
Like I'll forgive it, but I'm not going to forget it. Like I'll never eat a salad again.
If it was just a kale salad.
It was kale and it had some like fancy like nut ball on it.
Maybe it was your fancy nut ball that got you sick.
Something.
No more fancy nut balls.
Something did something to me and I'll never recover.
That's disgusting.
It's sick.
Yeah. Okay, so is that her growling?
I don't know.
Puggy Mama.
What is she growling
Come
at?
here at the door. She doesn't like somebody. Come here, sis. Come here. Mama. Oh. All right. Yes, you be a butterfly. You be a butterfly. Good bug.
A beautiful butterfly.
Yes, you do be the best butterfly. No, Mom. Stop.
I have so many things to do.
I know. So our she's like pulling down my dress and pulling on this.
Oh. No.
Okay, so our topic today is bullied.
Yes.
And how it changed our life.
Yes.
So this last weekend I was in Disneyland.
Okay.
And so that's in Anaheim. There's a lot of crazy people. So first we go to Walmart and this guy has already clearly like done some shopping and he walks out and he's got like a bag and he bumps into one of my daughters and then he's like, "Motherfucking stupid bitch," like da-da-da, like going off. He's not looking at her. He's not making eye contact with her. He's still walking. He just like got triggered. And then I told her, I said, "Honestly, honey, like this is drugs."
Yeah,
like this
totally.
Is
he doesn't mean it.
Yeah, it's just drugs. It's this is what drugs do. Clearly he's not currently on them and he's sober and this is how he's acting.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh my gosh, like that was so crazy." Well, Disneyland Saturday. Now, mind you, my kids did not see this. A man climbs on Tiana's Palace, like the restaurant, and they have outdoor dining.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have like the canvasy looking like New Orleans like cloths that like go all the way across and they have like lights and stuff on it. And he gets naked and is running along that. You can find YouTube videos of this.
No way. Are they
naked.
Censored?
Yes. So I haven't looked really hard, but they're censored. But people and their children clearly did see this. Staff tried to get everybody to get away from Tiana's Palace or whatever, and the ride had shut down like a couple times during the day, which is why me and the kids like were never really over there.
Yeah,
thank goodness.
Yeah,
but yeah, it took them like 45 minutes, I think, or something to apprehend him and like arrest him, and then of course drugs were involved.
Totally.
But like he had to pay to get into the park.
Right,
it's like $170 a day.
Right,
and then like
do you think that he somehow snuck the drugs in? Or maybe he did them right before, so they didn't quite hit him yet.
Yeah, because acid takes like a couple hours if that was his drug of choice.
Right, so maybe he did it before and then went in after and did his thing.
It's different. So it's different my generation. It's definitely different your generation. What decade were you born in?
1994 is my birth year.
Okay, I'm 87.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got like almost 10 years on you. my generation did not have like hardcore social media in elementary school like times. And it was kind of present during junior high, but definitely elementary school. And I feel like most of the kids that are there in Disneyland are in their elementary school years. Yeah. What would you do? Like as that 6th grader that saw the naked man slinging his dong around at Tatiana's. Do you go tell all your friends? Like now,
totally.
now it's like validated. But I feel like I would like not tell anybody because everybody would like make fun of me
for seeing it.
For like they would say like it wasn't real.
Yeah. I don't know, because when I was in elementary school, I was very much like, I was pretty much told for a lot of my young years how like sex was like so bad for you. And I feel like if it's
like not good for you.
Right. But like that it's like the worst thing.
Hopefully most parents are telling their kids in elementary school that sex is bad for them.
But if I had seen at a young age, like a full-fledged donger, I think I'd be mortified. Like, but I think I would tell people, like,
I wonder if he was up there like helicoptering it.
Like they're right. Like that's horrific. And no child should ever have to see that.
No.
Like I wonder how long he's going to be locked up for. Can't he get into like charges?
I was thinking that too. When I looked up the charges, I didn't see anything, but I would imagine you get put on Megan's Law in order to like if you like pee under a,
that's what I was thinking.
Whatchamacallit? I think that Megan's Law says that if you are like urinating behind like even a building that's close in proximity, even if a school is like whatever after hours or whatever.
I know someone that happened to.
Yeah, you still have to register.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that if he doesn't already have offenses, that he's like in some pretty big trouble.
I would hope so. Because
I would
that
hope so.
Park is full of children.
And like that's like real trauma.
That's like horrific.
That's like real trauma.
Yeah. Especially for families that aren't like open about that conversation. Like I don't think I would know what I would have done if I had seen that in person at that age. Like,
and like
I'd panic.
All the parents, could you imagine like how do you then I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I saw it, I feel like I would see and know what was happening before my child would. And I think that I could direct them
like
quick
a different
enough.
way.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
To where, but I mean, I feel like a lot of people are probably also like stopping staring. Some older people are probably obviously recording it. Like it's all over the internet, right? So I just, it's just the way you're making it. She's. So I just think that it would be kind of hard to like keep away from them. But again, we're talking about like nowadays where people can validate your story. And nowadays I almost feel like kids would go to school and it'd be like, oh, that's so cool. You were there when that happened. Like that was on the news.
And then like showing other people, which is also illegal.
This is viral. Like I was here during this viral event.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
But I was made fun of really bad in school.
Mm-hmm.
People.
For what?
My boobs. I had them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, girl.
Yeah. Now it's not a problem. But yeah, oh my God. I did a lot of dumb things to like embarrass myself also out of frustration. Like, you know how like, especially when you're a kid and you have all these emotions and you don't react well to something and you like blow up or you scream or you freak out. And then all of a sudden, like, obviously, like you just drew hella attention to yourself. Like, it's just not good.
Yeah.
I remember one time I got mad because there was another girl that had like big boobs in my 6th grade class and she wore low cut tops.
Oh my God.
Obviously like, and she'd been held back a year. So she was like a 7th grader.
Yeah.
Obviously that's why she was held back, because she didn't ever use her brain. But so she wore low cut tops. And so you could see like that she had boobs and I wore like t-shirts or like band tees or like baggy shirts. I didn't wear like a lot of makeup and I was like very, very tomboyish and I grew up with like all brothers. And so they just used to always tell me that I stuffed, and then they would be like, prove it. And obviously I'm not going to do that because in the 6th grade I was not a whore. So I was like, no, I'm not proving anything to you. But one day we're in these stupid plastic chairs and I'm in shorts and I'm on this side of the chair, the left side of the chair. And I jump over the chair and like slam my body, like because the person I'm like mad at's like right here. So I like jump over the chair and slam my body down. And my legs made this awful fart noise. Like so loud. And then like my eyes obviously got really big. So then now it looks like I've like shit my pants. And I'm like, oh, because I always had thick thighs too. Yeah. So it was just like the air from me like slamming my body on the plastic chair. It like farted between my thighs.
Totally. And then you try to recreate the sound and it doesn't work.
Oh, yes. And I'm like, that wasn't me. But it like was me, obviously.
But was not out of your butt.
Trauma. Like I still remember that to this day. And like I feel like I have like PTSD. Like when I sit down, I like open my legs a little so the air can escape.
Yeah. So it's not trying its best to squeeze through.
Yeah, thick thigh problems.
Oh yeah, I have them too. I get it.
Thick thigh problems.
Yeah. No, I had this like bully in preschool. Cassidy, I'm looking at you, babe. And I have no idea where you are in life. You might be so hot and funny and cool, but like at the time, I remember like wanting to win her over so bad because she was like the cool girl in preschool. Like she was who everyone wanted to hang out with.
This is who I need to be friends with.
Yes. And so I was like, I want to be Cassidy's friend. My mom has these old photo albums and like there's pictures of us together in there. And I'm like, how did we even get pictures of her? She literally like freaking hated me. Like I'd be like running after her.
I think you took those Polaroid cameras or whatever, and you were like, cha-ching, like around the corner, and then you like cut her out.
Somehow and photoshopped me like next to her.
Back in the day, that was Photoshop. You cut the person out and you put it with them, and then you put yourself on a background. Yeah, that's why. That's why you had. Those
like, how did we do this?
You just blacked it out.
Well, and my poor mother probably thought I probably went home and was like, "Mom, my best friend Cassidy." Like she probably thought we were best friends, so she was like, I'm gonna stand together, girls. And Cassidy was probably like, get this whore away from me. This whore, I'm like 3 or 4 years old, but you know. But I remember,
get the smelly girl out of here.
I remember very vividly, like we were playing something, this like big group of kids, and she stuck her foot out and I tripped
on purpose.
Yeah, and I got like a boo-boo. No. You know, those like ugly ones on like a strawberry or whatever they call them on my knee. And I started crying because it hurt. And she was like, ha ha ha, she fell. I remember this. And I vowed on that day I would never make somebody feel like that. And so if I have, I didn't mean to.
So this is confessions.
This is confession time. But like,
this is your confession.
These things, like people remember them.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. Like these little traumas.
Yeah.
I remember everybody that made fun of me. I remember their names. Mm-hmm. I've had some of them reach out to me and be like, oh my God, I was so awful to you. Like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Like, you're so pretty. And I'm like, yeah.
You're
cool.
all, because Thanks. I had a glow up. Now you want to talk to me.
Because now you know that my boobs aren't fake. They're still not fake, by the way.
In their defense, I thought they were fake until you said something. Remember, you said something. I was like, wait, they're not
real?
Fake? They're real? Yeah. You were like, yeah. I'm like, wow.
I think I got that response yesterday. Mm-hmm. I went out for drinks with a friend, and she was like, you didn't have fat injected? And I said, no. And she was like, oh, good for you. And I'm like,
no, that is such a beautiful blessing that you have that some people do not. But who has 2 thumbs and no tits? This girl.
You know what you could do? You could have, yes, but if you had bigger tatas, you would have to wear a bra. Would you trade?
No. Okay. I never wear a bra. Yeah. Everyone knows me. That's knows painful. This. I do not.
No, it's not an option.
I wore. You know what? I did wear one this week because the tank top I wore was like exceptionally nipply, and I had an older client, and I didn't want to offend her.
You're like, here, let me just cut your
literally. I'm Oh, okay, now look down.
Yeah.
I'm all, now look at the right one. Now look at the left one.
Oh, hold on. Let me just lean over.
Yeah,
real quick.
I was like, I can't offend this poor woman. She'll probably be like,
You don't wear cover like pasties either,
mm-mm.
and that like works for you.
It's the one. Well, because the one thing I
could not
will
imagine
say,
something touching my nipple all day
well,
long.
the one thing I will say about my chi-chis is they're really round. So they look bigger than they are. They're like
not avocados.
No,
you
they're
got like melons.
They're like little baseballs.
Okay,
So I don't necessarily need a bra because
they've got like some pep in their step.
They're shapely.
Yeah.
So but as far as like my nipples go, they've had some trauma. So I don't feel anything hardly.
Really?
Not like not in a bad way. Like for some things I do.
Right.
But as far as like wearing a shirt,
It doesn't bother you. You're kind of like numb to it.
They've been pierced 4 times.
No.
4.
No. I've done mine once, but no.
4.
No.
What a psycho freak.
Why? Why did you take them out?
So the first time they got infected,
Oh.
and I was not about to mess with that.
Yeah.
The second time, the guy that I was seeing didn't see them. He
Yeah.
hadn't seen them, but he had somehow known that I probably said something. And he was like, I think that's really trashy, actually. And I really liked this guy. And at the time, like, what an idiot. I shouldn't have listened to him. But he was like, that's really trashy. Like, I think you should take him out. And I listened to him. So I did. The third time, I went and got a pap smear. And you know how they like check your boobs and stuff, you know? They move around.
Yeah.
My doctor, who I've had forever, she's like, what's up with that? And I was like, what? And so she was like, if I were you personally, I wouldn't put like foreign objects through my boobs. And her saying that really scared me. So I took them out.
And how were you personally?
Yeah, she's like, if I were you personally, like I wouldn't. And so like the next time I had to get a pap smear, I didn't want her to judge me.
You didn't even ask what that means? Like, what do you mean by me?
Well, I'm assuming that she's probably like, babe, why would you do that? Like, these are like little parts of your body that you'll like need.
But
like,
she said you personally. I feel like if she said if it were me, you know,
she might have said it like that. I don't know.
But that's not how you heard it.
That's not how I heard it.
Okay.
I felt very attacked, you know. But then the fourth time,
Here, all God rest her soul.
Love her.
Yeah.
But then the fourth time, I was just kind of, you know, going through a divorce, and I was like, I need to inflict some sort of pain on me without it being like so traumatic.
Yeah,
So,
just a little permanent.
just a little like boop boop, you know.
Yeah,
And
like a
so
bam,
yeah,
bam.
just a little one. You
Yeah.
know, and I was also like, I need to be hot again. You know, I kind of fell off my hot horse, and now I'm about to be single. I got to be hot again.
I was on a hot pony.
I was on a hot pony,
I stumbled a bit.
right?
Right.
But this is it. If these come out ever, they not going back, girl.
You're done.
I can't do a 5th time. That's
Yeah.
bizarre.
Yeah. No, I couldn't.
That's wild.
I can't even do a second time. It's not happening.
Yeah, no.
I try to convince Jimmy he doesn't drink anymore, unfortunately. But every time he would drink, I'd be like, let's pierce your nipples. I did that. I pierced the nipples of like 3 or 4 of my friends when I got them drunk, and one of them passed out during the piercing. All guys, I've pierced girl nipples too, but I will not do it when they're drunk because like that's jacked up.
Yeah. Guys are different.
Yeah, no, because they're going to do it. We're going to do it in front of everybody.
Yeah,
Like it's going to be like a thing. It's going to be a show. I'm not going to be like, yeah, bitch, take your shirt off. Like that's super jacked up. Yeah, he was just like, da 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 da, talking. Sleeping. And then sleeping. And then awake again, and then was like, yeah, it was nothing. Yeah.
After completely passing out. Amazing.
Like as soon as I went through, he went.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel amazing.
Night.
No, I wanted to go night.
No, it doesn't feel amazing. It feels like
it's like a shock through your body.
I feel like click, like like.
But you have like a dermal in your face. That probably didn't feel amazing.
So I got into a fight, like a fist fight in the middle of Palm 3 days after I got this with my boyfriend's aunt at the time.
That's a slay.
So that's a story for another day. But moral of the story is it actually like didn't bruise, it didn't bleed, it didn't get infected. I felt literally nothing. Like literally nothing. It felt fine.
But even the healing process?
Yeah. It like from the first day it was sore and that was it. That was it.
It is very cute.
Yeah.
It's very your face. Like I can't see you without one now.
I can't either. It's been over 10 years, maybe
really?
even longer.
It never fell out? That's the one and only time you've done it?
Oh my God. It has been over 15 years. I was 21 and I'm 38. It's been 18 years.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. It was before my twins were born.
Aren't they supposed to fall out after like 5?
Not that I know of. It attaches to your dermis under your skin.
Maybe it's certain parts of your body because I've heard the ones on your back.
Yeah, I know that's a lot of, I know a lot of them like on the hand. People get them like on their wedding ring. Yeah. People get them on the back of their neck. They all reject, but I've had mine for almost 20 years through weight gain, through pregnancy, through everything.
It's so cute.
I love it.
It's literally part of your face.
Yeah. And the doctors, when they did my cesarean for the twins, they were like, oh, I need you to take that out. And I said, that's not an option. And they were like, well, then you need to have it removed. And I said, it's a surgical implant. Yeah. It would be like you telling me I have to have my breasts removed. Yeah. Like they're real, guys. Okay. Again. Right. But if they were fake, it would be like you telling me that. Or like if I had a pacemaker, like it's not an option. You've got to work around it. Yeah. And they just put a Band-Aid over it. And I think the only thing is that they're worried. So I had to sign a waiver because if you end up if they end up having to resuscitate you and they have to shock you, the electromagnetic pulse that they shock you with will be attracted to the metal. Yeah. So you could technically burn your skin. Yeah. Because the metal will get hot if that were the case.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if there was like an emergency or whatever, like I could potentially have like scars on my face.
Kind of a cool story though. Honestly, worth it. Yeah. I'd sign that waiver too.
Be like hella hard. I'd be like super hard.
Well, yeah, that's a story you get to tell people. You're all, I was about to have a C-section, but like I told him keep the piercing in.
Yeah. And then I was electrocuted.
Yeah.
And now I have a scar.
That's badass.
Yeah. Hoping you live through it.
No big deal.
Yeah.
You're just getting resuscitated.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal.
Not a problem.
It's fine.
All right. So we have one more. Okay. So with this, so me and my husband, okay, so hold on, pause. So since we're talking about being bullied, I feel like when you have like bullies and shame, it makes you have like secondhand embarrassment.
Totally.
Right. And we talked about this before. Yeah. Right. And my husband does not have secondhand embarrassment. So he not messages me. He's talking to me and all of a sudden he just goes, And okay, what are you humming?
Yeah.
He said, I don't know if I should be happy or sad about this, but I can never win a food eating contest. And I said, a hot dog eating contest. I can never win a hot dog eating contest. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
I don't know if I should be sad or happy about this.
Yeah.
So like I can't intake enough food. So I guess I'm happy about that because I can still like be like thin, but I'm sad because it would be so cool to eat like lots of hot dogs.
Why?
I don't know.
Why is that so cool?
I don't know. But that's like, I feel like if I was like, oh yeah, I'm the wiener champion, I would not be. Yes, see,
I would wear that hat all day, baby. I'm the wiener champion. Well, have you watched those at all? The hot dog eating contest?
No, not unless the person died. So if it's like a documentary or like a murder mystery show,
man
or like
dies
a
from eating too many hot dogs.
Usually
you're like, I'm
women.
in on that.
Yeah. Then I watch it. Like there's like an episode of Criminal Minds where this really thin, Bones. It's Bones.
Mm-hmm.
Where this really thin, she was an Asian girl who was married to this white guy, and he was like milking her for her money.
Yeah.
And she wanted a baby and she got pregnant, so she wanted to stop eating. Doing competitions, and then they killed her. She died.
That's bonkers.
Yeah. So why would you want to die?
Why. I dated this guy and he was kind of odd. And he would obsess over the hot dog eating contest on 4th of July. That was like his thing. Like it was like countdown.
So he wanted to do it or just wanted to watch it?
I think he wanted to try it. But also.
So it must be like a man thing.
If you sat and watched them, they're freaking disgusting. They dip the hot dogs in water.
Ew.
To make them easier to swallow. So it's soggy buns, because they have them in buns. So it's soggy buns with a hot dog in the middle. And they keep doing that.
Soggy hot dog water?
Yeah. Isn't that sick?
That's so gross.
Nothing about that
I don't do soggy bread.
Appealing to me. No.
I don't do soggy. This is gross.
I even have a hard time, like if I leave my cereal out for too long and it starts getting misshapen, I'm like, ew, I don't like that.
Okay, so then Jimmy would totally hate that because he hates soggy bread.
Soggy
water. He does. I don't think
soggy
he likes
bread water.
I don't think he likes soggy hot dog water either.
Yeah.
But so he does not do soggy bread. So he does. Do you do cereal and then milk?
Yes.
He does milk and then cereal.
Is he okay?
No,
actually he's not.
No,
technically
but
he's not.
But he wants to put so much cereal in there so he can just stir it up and like coat the cereal like the milk is a condiment.
That's freaking wild.
Yeah.
Jimmy, babe.
Yeah.
We talk about that?
That's
disgusting.
Yeah. Milk first and then cereal.
No.
Mm-hmm. There are just things that have to be done in order.
Okay. Shoes. Are you sock, shoe, or sock, shoe?
I'm sock, shoe.
Me too.
Because it just makes the most sense. I don't even know.
I have a client that does sock, shoe. And I think that is insane.
I feel like if I was in just a sock and a shoe and then a naked foot, I would feel so weird. What if I had to like get up and run to answer the door? Now one foot is like cold and wet feeling and the other foot is like protected.
Why is it wet?
Well, because I have tile.
Okay.
So everything.
Okay.
So if it's cold, it always feels wet.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
I think that is diabolical.
Yeah. But I don't do socks and shoes together very often.
Yeah,
like it's usually sock, walk,
yep.
shoe.
Yeah. No, I get like distracted.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. And if I am in a rush to go out the door, then I'm still usually sock, walk, and then I get in the car and then it's shoe.
And then you put shoe on in the car.
Yeah.
Chris does that. He very rarely goes into the car with shoes.
Doesn't that make his socks dirty?
I would think.
Is the socks black or white?
They're normally dark.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes patterned.
That's cute. Do they match?
Yeah. Oh. They always match. And they always have to have the line. You know what I'm talking about? Like the toe line. It has to be perfect.
Oh, like on top on the it's got to be like right side in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I feel that. I don't feel like it has to be straight across my toes, but I definitely feel like it has to be right side in because if it's inside out, then it's almost like you have like a pebble in your shoe.
Yeah. You can't get rid of it either.
Yes, it's awful.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
But honestly, if I had a choice, it'd be slip on.
Me every day.
Like
Puggy Mama's like, excuse me.
I know. I look all sprawled out. She's like, okay, I'm done. Get down. Oh God, she's too much.
Oh my God, here we go. Okay. I got distracted.
Yeah, by the pug. Yeah. Try not to yell at her so often.
Listen, I got really excited. Okay.
She got here, and I got here. Jess was already here. I got here, and she comes outside, and she goes, Puggy Mama! And Puggy was like, nope. And
Puggy ran away from me
so fast.
But
and for like the first month that you knew her.
Yeah.
Now she's okay.
Now we're like BFF, and she snuggle me, and she CP9 on me. She loves her Auntie Jess. Yeah, she does.
I think that's it for us. I'm like, you're all It's what is it? High Q today?
Yeah.
You still feeling the effects of that?
I feel a smidgen I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think I need to chill. But aside from that, yeah, I'm good.
As in, like, you need another.
Like, totally.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cheers.
Okay, ready?
Let's do this.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Be bold.
Be bright and have a little bite. Bye.
Cheers. Be bold.
Be brave
And
and
have
have
a
a little
little
shade.
bite.
Oh, wait. I fucked that up. Okay. Wait. We have to do it again.
Be bold. Be brave. Have a little shave.
Okay, wait. We have to do it again. I did it wrong. Okay. No, we're leaving it.
Be bold, be brave, have a little shave is iconic. Why didn't we think of that before?
I tried to say shade and then realized. Okay. Oh my gosh.